The infamous Gary, Indiana. A city etched into the American consciousness as a symbol of industrial blight, bears the scars of economic decline. Once a bustling hub fueled by steel production, Gary rose to prominence in the early 20th century, attracting workers from across the nation seeking opportunity. The city's fate, however, became inextricably linked to the fortunes of the steel industry. When manufacturing jobs began to disappear in the latter half of the century, Gary experienced a devastating downturn. The once thriving neighborhoods, home to generations of steelworkers and their families, were hit hard. As jobs vanished and residents left in search of work, homes fell into disrepair, businesses shuttered, and the city's tax base dwindled. Today, Gary grapples with the legacy of this economic collapse, manifested in widespread poverty, high crime rates, and a pervasive sense of despair. Those challenges have created a city in which economic prosperity is almost impossible. Gary, Indiana, has become synonymous with crime, its name often uttered in the same breath as statistics that paint a grim picture of daily life. The city consistently ranks among the most dangerous in the United States, with violent crime rates far exceeding national averages. The prevalence of gun violence casts a long shadow, impacting every facet of life in Gary. For residents, the fear is palpable, an ever-present undercurrent shaping their daily routines. Parents hesitate to let their children play outside, the sound of gunshots a chilling reminder of the dangers lurking close to home. The elderly, often isolated and vulnerable, become prisoners in their own homes, afraid to venture out for fear of becoming victims themselves. The cycle of violence, fueled by poverty, despair, and the proliferation of illegal firearms, has created a climate of fear that permeates every corner of the city. The economic decline that has ravaged Gary's industrial core left behind a community grappling with entrenched poverty. With the collapse of the steel industry, thousands of well-paying jobs vanished, leaving many residents struggling to make ends meet. Today, Gary's poverty rate stands at staggering levels, more than triple the national average. The effects of poverty are pervasive, impacting every aspect of life for Gary's residents. Many struggle to afford basic necessities like food, housing, and healthcare. Educational opportunities are limited, as schools grapple with dwindling resources and the challenges of educating children from disadvantaged backgrounds. The lack of economic opportunity creates a vicious cycle, trapping families in poverty for generations. Life on Gary's streets. Behind the statistics and headlines, the true story of Gary unfolds in the lives of its residents. Some attempt to get their food from local food banks, some resort to gang life or selling drugs to make enough money to feed themselves. There are many of those who want to work but simply cannot find any steady employment within the city. It is a dark reality for many Gary residents. The spirit of the community is mostly dead and gone. Neighbors who used to live there have moved away, and in some instances there are only one home on each block. The rest of the homes on the street were torn down by the city due to abandonment. Fixing this city seems impossible at this point in time. Gun violence and abandonment increasingly become more and more prevalent. Despite attempts at adversity, the seeds of hope and renewal struggle to take root in Gary. Community leaders, activists, and residents face an uphill battle to revitalize their city, constantly challenged by the weight of its past. Efforts to attract new businesses, create jobs, and rebuild the city's crumbling infrastructure have all failed, hindered by persistent obstacles. Residents have become fed up with the lack of change and feelings of hopelessness. Arts initiatives attempt to breathe new life into abandoned buildings, but the impact is limited, and change just isn't happening here. Education programs aim to empower youth, yet the cycle of poverty remains a formidable barrier, difficult to break. A call for empathy and action. The story of Gary, Indiana is a stark reminder of the human cost of economic decline and social injustice. It is a story of flickering despair, but it is also a call to action, a plea for empathy, understanding, and a commitment to creating a more just and equitable society. Gary's challenges are complex and deeply rooted, requiring a sustained, multifaceted approach. Investment in education, job training, and economic development is crucial to creating opportunities for residents to lift themselves out of poverty. Addressing the root causes of crime, such as poverty, inequality, and the proliferation of illegal firearms, is essential to breaking the cycle of violence. But perhaps most importantly, we must remember that behind the statistics are real people with real stories. Stories of struggle, resilience, and unwavering hope for a brighter future. By listening to their voices, amplifying their stories, we can bring their issues to light. Thank you for watching.